Hi, this is Em, and welcome to our Kali Yoga introduction series. So we're going to start doing some sun salutations, and sun salutations, it basically means a flow, and all you have to do is breathe after each, before each movement. So we're going to take it nice and slowly for the first one. So up on your feet, get rid of the sunglasses. Right, front of the mat, or wherever you are, big toes together, and hands at heart center. And inhale, stretching up towards the sky. And exhale, folding down. And when you're folding down, don't rounding up your spine and release. Right, your hands can go up onto your shins or the floor, or peace fingers onto the big toes. Right, so when you fold down, making sure you aren't rounding up your spine and you aren't hanging like this, yeah? If you're hanging here, straighten up, you can stay here, okay? Right, the forward fold, all the weight should be into your toes. If you've got tight hamstrings or lower back pain, bending up your legs, it's exactly the same pose, it gets into your hamstrings. And make sure there's no tension in your upper body. Relax your head, your shoulders. Lifting up through your quads if they're straightened. And inhale, tabletop, hands onto your shins, nice straight spine, your core is in, looking forward. And holding up the breath into your plank. Right, spreading up your fingers, making sure your shoulders are above your hands and you aren't like here. Everything is engaged, your legs and your core. Make sure you aren't dumping up the lower back in your plank. And exhale, knees, chest, chin on the floor. Your feet are on the floor, wrapping up your elbows. Make sure you aren't like that. Your belly's up. Right, when you do knees, chest, chin, making sure you've got a nice triangle. So your hands are like here and your head is somewhere up here, okay? Inhale, a cobra. Squeezing forward. Right, bending up your elbows, making sure you aren't like here. Get your ears away from your shoulders and your elbows are bent. Don't tense up the glutes. And exhale, downward facing dog. Right, again, spreading up your hands. So both arms are straight, relaxing up your head and push your hips back. Your legs are engaged. Making sure you are an off-center triangle so you aren't like here. It does not matter if your heels don't touch the floor because sometimes mine don't. And we'll start pedaling it out. So bend one knee, then the other, both knees together, nice shoulder stretch. You can shake your head no, release any tension in the neck. Right, inhale, right leg forward and the left. And we're going to start going up into standing, into your tabletop. And exhale, fold down. And inhale, start coming up, nice straight spine and the hands. Exhale, hands go back, heart center. Inhale. Exhale. Right, now we're gonna have a little bit of a flowy session with that. So, front of the mat. And we're gonna start going a little bit faster. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale up. And exhale. Straight spine, fold down. Inhale, tabletop. Holding up the breath into your plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg forwards and the left into your tabletop. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, up. Exhale, hands go back down. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, do that one more time. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, up. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, tabletop. Holding up the breath into plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Don't forget, push your hips back, legs are engaged. Inhale, right leg forwards and the left into tabletop. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, up. Exhale, hands go back down. Inhale. Exhale. Right, so now we're going to start doing some standing asanas now. So, front of the mat again. Big toes together, heels apart. I'm going to start off with a strength position. It's called chair, hands at heart center. Inhale. Exhale, bending up your legs and hands up. Right, making sure you can still see your big toes, squeezing in your legs and roll over your tailbone. So making sure you aren't like this. Yeah, because you get some lower back pain then, so don't do that. Roll over your tailbone. Your core is in and looking forward. Relax up your shoulders. And just keep breathing. Inhale. Exhale, up. I'm going to start going up into our standing forward fold. Don't round up your spine. Hands on the shins, the floor, or peace fingers onto the big toes. Right, we did this in sun salutation and just really relaxing down. If you've got tight hamstrings or low and back, bend up your legs. So whenever you do a standing forward fold, so making sure your head isn't anywhere near the thigh area because you're rounding up your spine. So if you're rounding into your tabletop and then fold down. So making sure your forehead is somewhere near your shin area. All of the weight should be into your toes, don't lean back. Inhale. Exhale. If anyone wants to go a little bit deeper, you can. Palms of the hands underneath your feet, and that is gorilla pose. And again, make sure you aren't leaning back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, start coming up, straight spine and the hands. Exhale, hands go back, heart center. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, left toes up. Exhale, stepping it back. So we're going to go into a warrior two. So your right toe should be facing me and the left toe should be out at 90 degrees. And making sure your heels are in line and hands up. Inhale. Exhale, start lunging down onto your right leg. All right, make sure you can still see your big toes and making sure your knee is parallel towards the ankle or it's behind it, making sure it isn't in front of it. And making sure that leg is going out straight, making sure it isn't like that. Your bum is always in, your core is in, and relax up your shoulders and looking towards the right hand. Keep breathing. After each exhale, so you can go any deeper. Don't worry if you can't. So hopefully you can feel something into your inner hip area. I miss having my students there. They always say yes then. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale up. And exhale, hands go to heart center. Right, your right toes will be facing the same way as your left toes. And widen them up apart a little bit. And making sure the sides of the feet are in line with the sides of the mat and slipping a bit. It's quite hot. And hands at heart center. Inhale, straighten up the spine. And exhale, start folding down. When you get midway, hands onto your mat. Making sure the tops of the fingers are in line with the tops of the toes. And inhale, straighten up the spine. And exhale, folding down. Okay, this is like our standing forward fold. Making sure all the weight is into your toes so you aren't leaning back. And again, if you've got tight hamstrings or lower back, bend up your legs. Keep breathing. And again, you should be feeling something into the inner hip area and maybe the hamstrings, maybe in the calves as well. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, start coming up. And when you get midway, hands on your hips and start coming up. Right, we'll do our warrior two, the other side. So spin up your left toes. And again, heels are in line, hands up. Inhale. Exhale, start lunging down on the left. And again, making sure everything is parallel, knee and ankle. Make sure that leg is straight. Make sure you aren't leaning forward. Hang out at center. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, start coming up. And exhale, hands go to heart center. Okay, left toes facing me. And right toes facing up the mat and hop back. Have a nice shake out. Right, we're going to do a balance now. So we're going to start doing our tree balance. Right, separate your right toes, hands at heart center, and put your left leg here. Right, this is your tree base. Really opening up your hip and making sure you've got a nice straight spine, making sure you aren't like this, yeah? Opening up your hip, and you can stay here. So you could be finding up your drishti, and that is your gazing point. It should be on the floor or somewhere in front of you. And you can stay here, or inhale, exhale, start creeping up your left leg. So you can get on the shin or the thigh, but not on the knee because that is a joint. And really open up your hip, nice straight line. Relax your shoulders, your core is always in. And inhale up. Exhale, sway. And inhale up. Open up your chest. Inhale. Exhale, hands go back, heart center. And release, have a shake out. Really sorry about my my throat is still a bit funny. Let's do that on the other side. Right, spread up your left toes and find up your tree base, opening up your hip, finding up your drishti. Let's start creeping up that leg. And inhale up. Exhale, sway. Inhale up. And exhale, hands go back, heart center. And release, have a shakeout. Right, so now I'm going to get into our hamstrings again. So front of the mat, big toes together, hands at heart center, and stepping up your left leg back. Right, make sure you've got head-like hips, making sure they aren't like facing over here. Head-like hips. If you need, get your leg a little bit wider apart, and that is fine. So both legs are straight, and your left toes will be facing up at 45. So we'll do our pyramid. So grab up your elbows, or do a reverse namaste. Right, inhale, straighten up the spine and really open up your chest. And exhale, start folding down. And when you reach the point of no return, really relax up your head. And again, it's like the standing forward fold, making sure your head is somewhere near your shin area and really squaring up your hips. Making sure you haven't got your right hip out, tuck it back in again. Keep breathing. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, start coming up, nice straight spine. And release up your hands, hop forward, have a shakeout. And again, let's do that the other side. Left leg forward, stepping up your right leg, head light hips. Okay, get your arms in, elbows, or reverse namaste. Inhale, straighten up the spine, opening up your chest. And exhale, folding down. And again, if you've got tight hamstrings or lower back, bend up your legs. Squaring up your shoulders, and again, keeping that left hip tucked in. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale, release your hands, hop forward, have a shakeout. Okay, we've got two more standing poses. So we're going to do a triangle, and then we're going to do another balance. We'll do warrior three. So, big toes together. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, left toes up. And exhale, stepping it back. So it's a little bit like warrior two, but you've got your legs a little bit closely. They aren't so widespread. And again, your heels are in line, right toes facing me, and your left are out at 90. Hands up. Inhale. Exhale, sati left hip, let it go out. Stretch as far as you can towards the right. Keep going. Hands up and cartwheel down into a triangle. Right, making sure as you start folding down, making sure you aren't leaning forward. It does not matter if your hand doesn't touch the ground. Okay, the right hip is in, looking towards the side wall or towards the sky, and folding down. Really trying to get that chest so it faces the wall in front of you. Now you may feel something into the right hamstring or even the left oblique, because I feel it in my left oblique. Trying to keep the arms straight. Right. When I said keep the right hip in, making sure you aren't like this. Fold it back in. So a good looking towards the legs, making sure you can see them dead ahead of you. Making sure you aren't like here, okay? Inhale. Exhale. Inhale up. And exhale, hands go back, heart center. Let's do that the other side. So, right toes face me, left toes are facing wherever they are. Hands up. Inhale. Exhale, sassy right hip. Stretch as far as you can towards the left. Hands up and folding down into your triangle. Make sure you aren't leaning forward. Check your legs, make sure you can see them. Get that chest so it faces the wall. And if you're looking up towards the sky, making sure you aren't like really like twisting up your neck. So if you're twisting up your neck, you aren't in it. You're leaning forward, so start coming up and going back down again. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale up. And exhale, hands go back, heart center. Right, face it up the wall. Right toes facing me, hop back and have a shake out. Right, now we're going to do our last standing balance. We're going to do our warrior three. So step back into your mat. And again, spread up your right toes. Left is back. And hands at heart center. Inhale, straighten up the spine. And exhale, start folding down. It does not matter where this leg goes. And the final pose is you're parallel towards the floor. Both legs are straight, and making sure your left toes aren't facing the wall. I'll actually show you at this moment. Make sure they're facing up your mat. Your core is always in. Relax up your shoulders. And your hands can stay here, or you can go on the floor, or aeroplane arms, or warrior free hands. And release, have a shake out. Let's do that on the other side. And again, spread up your left toes. Hands at heart center. So if you fall out of this, always exhale back into it, okay? Inhale. Find up your drishti. And exhale, start going up. When you've got your balance, start going down. Making sure you're parallel towards the floor. Core is in. Right toes are face up the mat. Everything's squared up your hips and shoulders. And again, if anything you want with your arms. Keep breathing. And release. Have a shake out. Just check it hasn't, yep. Right, so we're going on to the floor now. So we're going to do a little bit of sun salutation down. So front of the mat, big toes together, hands at heart center. Inhale, exhale. Inhale up and exhale. Start folding down, don't round up your spine. Inhale, tabletop. Holding up the breath into your plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now have a nice little walk out in your downward facing dog. And when you're done, meet me into your child's pose. So legs spread, knees wide on the mat, big toes together and sitting back into your heels, and the forehead is on the floor. Have any water if you need. I need some water. Let's start coming out of a child's pose and into a tabletop. Tabletop on the floor. And again, make sure your shoulders are above your hands and your knees in line with your hips. Okay, we'll do a few rounds of cat-cow. Inhale, tummy down, head up. Exhale, roll over your tailbone, head down, looking towards the belly button. Inhale up. Warming up the spine. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up once more. And exhale down. Inhale, go to center and sitting onto your heels. So now we're doing nice spinal twist. So going towards the left. So your legs go towards the right and swinging up your right leg. Right, make sure you've got both bum cheeks on the floor. If you haven't, extend up your left leg. It's exactly the same pose, okay? So right hand goes behind you. Inhale, left hand goes towards the sky. And exhale, elbow on your knee. Inhale, straighten up the spine. And exhale, twisting towards the right. Right, make sure you aren't pulling up your neck or your shoulders, and making sure your head is central. Make sure you aren't looking towards the shoulders. So make sure your head is central and really trying to get that chest so it faces the wall. Concentrate on your exhale so you can go any deeper into the pose. Close up your eyes. If anyone wants to make this a little bit harder, you can do a bind. So left hand underneath your leg. Nice straight spine, and the right hand goes to meet it. Inhale, exhale, go to center. Let's do some windscreen wipers, wiggle it all out. Okay, let's do the other side. Legs go towards the right, nope, the left. Left leg over. And again, make sure you've got both bum cheeks on the floor. If you haven't, extend up your right leg. Left hand goes behind you. Inhale, right hand up. Exhale, elbow on the knee. Inhale, straighten up the spine. And exhale, twisting towards the left. And again, make sure your head is central. And again, if you want to do the bind, you can. Right hand, put it there. Nice straight spine. Nice shoulder crack there. Twisting is quite a detoxifying practice, so make so making sure you are like a sponge, if you know what I mean. So each time you wring it out, you're getting all of the rubbish out of it, and that's what you're doing to your spine. Inhale, exhale, release. Right, just use some windscreen wipers. I'm sorry my speech is a little bit downhill at the moment because I'm getting by from a cold and everything. Right, so now we are going to do a little bit of strength. So we're going to do a boat. We're going to do two boats actually. So legs together, bend them obviously, hands onto your knees, nice straight spine. Inhale, exhale, start going down. Flex up your toes and lift them up. If you feel anything here, this is your pose. Otherwise, lifting up your legs and making sure your big toes are in line with your eyes. Release up your legs and really squeeze up the legs. Your core is always in, and this gets into your hip flexors as well and the core. Making sure you haven't got like you aren't like this. Make sure you aren't rounding up your spine, and keep breathing. Come to my class, you obviously, you know, we always do like loads of strength anyway, so if you're new to it, welcome. Inhale, exhale, release, windscreen wipers. And again, we're going to do another boat. So that was a half boat, so you can do that again. Otherwise, bend up your legs, hands on your knees. Inhale, exhale, start going down. You're finding up your half boat. If you're feeling anything here, this is your pose. And if anyone wants to do a little bit more, you can do in a full boat, extending up your legs. Squeeze them in. Are you breathing? Inhale. Exhale, release. Really good job, guys. Windscreen wipers. Right, we're going to finish off with a little bit of a back bend. So, onto your back. So we're going to do two boats, not boats. God, I'm so sorry. Not boats, fridges. Right, hands onto the mat. Inhale, exhale, lifting up your hips and really tense up your glutes. I always tense up my glutes because I need to make sure they're firing. Squeeze up your legs, making sure they aren't like flaying. Your chin should be near your chest. If anyone wants to go a bit deeper, you can. Hands clasped and go up onto your shoulders. Inhale, exhale, release. Windscreen wiper it out. Okay, let's do another one. Bend up your legs. Inhale, exhale, glutes forward, hips forward. You do not have to tense your glutes, but I always do. And again, anyone wants to go deeper, hands clasped onto your shoulders. Inhale, exhale, release. Wiggle it out. So now we're into the warm down. So bend your legs. But before we're going to do that, we've done a back bend, so we want to neutralize our spine. So making sure your feet are on the floor and they aren't on your mat, and just let your legs fall in. Just neutralize it. Okay, we're in the warm down now, so hug your legs towards the chest into wind releasing pose. Right, making sure the small of the back is on the floor and your shoulders are on the floor, and just rock side to side, little circles. And go to center, and we're going to do a nice spinal twist, so make sure your hands as a T shape, or you can bend them in pineapple hands. Inhale, exhale, knees go towards the left, just relax them down wherever they fall, and looking towards the right, making sure both shoulders are on the floor, no tension anywhere. And let's go to center and the other side, and looking towards the left. And go to center, just rolling side to side in wind releasing. And then we're going to have our Shavasana. So legs wide on the mat, palms of the hands facing up to the sky, and just relax. Just relax here for a couple of minutes. And I hope everyone who has joined me has enjoyed it, and I'll see you again.